Have you ever felt like someone who used to care about you has completely moved on? Maybe it's a friend who stopped reaching out, a loved one who's grown distant, or someone you once had a close connection with. In those quiet moments of self-doubt, it's easy to think, I must not matter to them anymore. But believe it or not, you are still in their mind. Their silence doesn't erase the impact you've had on their life. In fact, the ways they think about you might surprise you. Let's explore why and how you're likely still a part of their thoughts, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. 1. Silence isn't forgetfulness. When someone stops contacting you, it's natural to assume they've moved on. But here's the truth. Silence doesn't equal forgetfulness. Life can be overwhelming. Work, relationships, personal struggles. It can all take a toll on someone's ability to maintain communication. Think about yourself for a moment. How often do you think of someone, an old friend, a family member, or even a past relationship, but don't reach out? Maybe you're busy, or you think it's been too long, or you're unsure if they want to hear from you. The same goes for the person on your mind. You could still be in their thoughts more than you realize, even if they're not reaching out. 2. Memories stay with them, no matter what's happening in their life now. The memories you've created together don't just disappear. The way you made them feel, whether it was supported, loved, inspired, or even challenged, sticks with them. Those shared moments have become a part of who they are. Think about it. You're walking down the street, and you see a restaurant you used to visit together, or a song comes on the radio that reminds you of a special moment. Those triggers bring you back into their mind, even if they're not actively trying to think of you. Memories have a funny way of sneaking up on us when we least expect it, and you've likely left a lasting imprint on them. They might be hesitating to reach out. Sometimes the reason someone isn't contacting you isn't that they don't care. It's that they're unsure how to. They might be hesitant because they think you've moved on, or maybe they feel guilty for not keeping in touch. This hesitation creates a cycle. They think about you, want to reach out, but then doubt themselves and stay silent instead. It's a fear we all experience at some point. The what-if questions creep in. What if they don't want to hear from me? What if it's too late to reconnect? These thoughts hold people back, even when they genuinely miss you. So yes, you're in their mind, but fear or uncertainty might be keeping them from taking the next step. 4. The emotional impact you made stays. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or even someone from a past relationship, the emotional impact you've had on them is still there. People remember how you made them feel, how you comforted them during tough times, made them laugh when they needed it, or offered advice that stuck with them long after the conversation ended. Even if life has pulled you in different directions, those moments of emotional connection remain. They may not think about you every day, but when they face a similar situation or need strength, they might recall something you said or did that left an impression on them. 5. They're processing in their own way. People handle emotions and relationships differently. Some need time and space to process things, whether it's a conflict, a life change, or simply their feelings about where the relationship stands. During that time, they're often thinking about you more than you realize, replaying conversations, questioning their decisions, or even missing you, but not knowing how to express it. Their silence is part of their process. It's not about erasing you from their life. It's about finding clarity within themselves. And while it's hard to see it from your perspective, this internal reflection often means you're still very much on their mind. 6. The connection you shared still exists. Here's the thing about meaningful connections. They don't just vanish. Even if time and distance have created space between you, the bond you shared remains in some way. It might not look the same as it once did, but that doesn't mean it's gone. People carry pieces of the relationships that matter to them. You might be that voice in their head reminding them of a lesson you taught them, or the one they compare new friendships or relationships to because of how much you meant to them. That connection doesn't fade. It evolves. What can you do about it? Now that you know you're likely still in their mind, the question is, do you want to reconnect? If the answer is yes, take the first step. Send them a message like, "Hey, I was thinking about you. How have you been?" It doesn't have to be complicated. You'd be surprised how often people want to reconnect, but are too afraid to make the first move. Your message could break the silence and remind them that you care. And if you decide not to reach out, that's okay too. Just remember, their silence doesn't define your worth. The impact you've had on their life is real, and it's something they carry with them, even if you don't see it. So, the next time you feel forgotten, remind yourself, you've left a mark on their life, and they haven't erased you from their thoughts. Memories, emotions, and connections run deeper than silence. Have you ever realized someone was thinking about you long after you thought they'd forgotten? Share your story in the comments below, and let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on relationships, emotions, and personal growth. I'll see you in the next video.